Don't waste your energy. Just blame the Igbos. Just say it. All the problems in this country are caused by the Igbos. Man, the Igbos are the problem of this Nigeria. That's how we were raised. We were raised to say that. We were raised to believe that. And when you see an Igbo man or an Igbo woman, automatically you should just feel like, oh, it smells danger. Not danger, it smells trouble. We're psychologically raised to be like that, unfortunately. But somehow we were not really, so many of us were not really raised to even see you as Igbo or as Hausa or as this or that until the politicians decided to weaponize it. They've weaponized it now. And that is why you will see so many of these. There's something that came to my mind, and I won't use that, so I'll use something else. Or I may still use it anyway, but it's sort of harsh if it came out the way it was going to come out earlier, right? But there are so many of us who have now grown so insensitive, right? That somehow if they don't like you or they don't like your way, they will side with the rogue, the terrorist government in Nigeria to do whatever they like with you, do whatever they like to you, kill you, beat you, brutalize you, or even kill you. It's all fair game to them. Law doesn't matter to them. Court doesn't matter to them. It's fair game. And that is why everyone accused of treason in Nigeria by the Nigeria terrorist government, every one of them has been let go, except Nnamdi Kanu. So if Peter Obi says, he asked, why is he still in prison? It shows the imbalance, the unfairness in the supposed justice system. Criminal justice system in Nigeria, it doesn't exist. It is a tool of persecution. And if you are an Igbo man, yours is going to be extra. It will be. So talking about Obi and their Labour Party crisis too. Well, 2 days ago, some guys staged a protest that Abure must go, sir. Abure and his gangs, who are now part and parcel of Lami Diot Pampas, as well as Araba and Diot. Now, they kind of agreed that the trouble they are facing is actually brought upon them by Obi. They have agreed that. So the best thing is for Obi to just leave them, but he's not leaving them. So some of them still ran to him, or he ran into them at the Secretariat of Labour Party in Abuja. This conversation ensued where he's calling for reconciliation, peace, calm in Labour Party. Listen.
There's a times I allow my children to show that they've grown up, and then I call them.
Okay. So,
that's what we're doing.
So presently, who is the chairman of the party?
Only INEC knows. You can go to INEC. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. Say what?
There was a report that Abure and Apapa have reconciled to fight you and NLC. What's your take?
No, they reconcile so we can be one family. Families don't fight. If they come and fight me, I'll beg them. Their reconciliation is all about party. Everybody will reconcile. Let my chairman reconcile. We are reconciling.
Our respected leader of the party, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
First, let me thank you very much for coming to this level. The issue at hand, which His Excellency knows very well, is that the tenure of Abure and his working committee, NWC, has ended. So effectively by the 10th of June this month. And you know that there can't be any vacuum in the leadership. And we are not here as NLC. NLC happens to be one of the stakeholders and spearheaded the convening of stakeholders meeting through the National Political Committee, Commission of NLC. And it is the stakeholders meeting that resolved that since the tenure of Abure it was about to expire, there can't be any vacuum. And they therefore set up a National Transition Committee whose duty is only to do the needful. That is to conduct congresses right from the world level to local government levels to state levels and culminating into national convention that will elect legitimate, transparent leadership of the party to look forward. And this is why we are here. Unfortunately, all entities, all approaches, including inviting Abure and his people to the even stakeholders meeting, where even it was brokered by INEC that Abure signed and NLC signed that when the time comes, come together to conduct an inclusive and expansive convention. Unfortunately, Abure decided to do without NLC, even after having signed an agreement that INEC brokered. That is why we felt that enough must have to be enough. And since nature abhors vacuum, we said we are taking over because we are constituted by the stakeholders meeting, just as was provided in that agreement. And we try to do it peacefully. In fact, some of our people have been accusing us of being slow. We told them, no, we are not trying to fight. As much as possible, if we can be able to resolve this issue without fight, that is what we want. But from what you have witnessed today, it appears certainly it is either we find our way forward or we make our way forward. This I assure you. This I assure you. Because we are living in Nigeria, we are Nigerians, and we will not tolerate lawlessness. But if anybody decides that he will be lawless because he has the upper hand of paying whoever to subvert our efforts, I want to assure that we are also capable of doing whatever anybody can do and even more. Your Excellency, I'm not disrespecting you. I know you are a peaceful man. You always want peace. And that is why I say, okay, if you are not here today, we will not be thinking of any coming together to reconcile. We will be thinking of how to go about it the way we think it is better for us to do.
I like this, your conclusion.
Thank you, sir.
Can you see the conclusion? You've done very well. I assure you, every war, every disagreement will be settled in a round table. We are one family. What is happening with us is worse in others. We will reconcile it. Just know that you met me today and I've talked about item number 1, reconciliation. Number 2, reconciliation. Number 3, let us remain focused on the suffering of the poor people of Nigeria. That is what we all desired. What we are doing now cannot affect the price of garri or rice. So we are being distracted by what we are supposed to be doing. We need to remain focused. I hope the press is okay.
Thank you very much.
I'm externally grateful for your involvement because I know you, all of you too, are my supporters.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's Obi. So it's the Mr. Peacemaker who wants to bring peace to organized thieves. So you think he can handle them, right? The drama will continue, won't it? So I'll leave it to that. Here, again, I'm going to say it is not all gloom and doom. There are some good stuff that we can show. For example, when when an airline abandons their passengers with no instruction of what's going on, and then staff picked race and passengers also picked race all of this happened in Lagos. Then we can go to. Flights got cancelled or postponed, and then the staff at the counters won't really give any straight answers. And as people are beginning to rough handle them, some of them had to pick race from the counter, and the passengers pursued them. Where you they go? Where do you think you they go? I don't know. Anyway, here is Enugu, where the praying mantis. What is his name again? Something Umba. Sorry, Umba. Peter. The praying mantis. Is the guy who knelt down and prayed and there was begging the Enugu people, please vote me, please. I promise that I would never, the kind of, right? He is also a certificate forger, okay, like Tifnumbu, who also forged his own educational certificate, okay, not educational certificate, NYSC certificates. He did not go and serve anywhere, but he got a certificate. And then when he was caught for that perjury, that you submitted a fake forged NYSC passing out certificate, right? He decided to hire a lawyer or hire lawyers, senior advocate of New Sans in Nigeria, Sans, to defend him. And guess what? His lawyers went to Nigeria court, tribunal, and they asked the court to stop the NYSC from coming to court to come and testify and verify if the certificates purportedly issued by them was from them. And the Nigerian court granted that order. You have a certificate from me, Mayegun College of Temple. It doesn't make sense, but just manage it, okay? Manages, Mayegun's College Temple or Temple College. And this certificate is now issued to the Director's Court on this day, January 1, 2020. That's your qualification, that you indeed passed through the Mayegun College Temple or Temple College. And then you presented it somewhere, and I'm like, no, Director, who is that? I say, Director's Court. When you director, can you son name director? Can you first name court? Or court direct? No, we never have that record here. I say, can you please come to court, Mayegun, to come and tell the court that this certificate that Director's Court is parading is fake. You never attended your temple. Yes, I can come. And then the following day, another court says, don't dare it. Better stay away. You issued it. Whether you issued it or not, it doesn't matter. He has submitted it and he said you issued it. So you issued it, no. That's what happened. NYSC in Nigeria is like the National Youth Service Corps. Okay, 1 year, mandatory 1 year National Youth Service after graduation. So you go and serve, they pay you allowance and all of that stuff. Okay, then they issue you a participatory certificate to say you indeed. And if you don't participate in their national NYSC, you cannot run for public office. Yeah, you can't. That's their law. But there is exemption. You can give an exemption and say, oh, when you graduated, you are over 30. So you are exempted. You don't have to participate. Or you have disability, or this, that, and all that. So you'll be exempted. But apart from that, nothing do you. You go forge certificate, you go jail. In my dream. Because Peter Umba forged his certificates then use the court to force the NYSC never to testify ever. The NYSC said, we did not issue the certificate, but we are sorry, we can't go to courts because the court says we cannot say we didn't issue it. Court says we issued it. That's it. But we didn't. Did you? No, we didn't. But the court says it's original. But it is not. No, it is not. Okay. Now that same Peter Mba, he's not doing badly, as I've been told. When it comes to water, they said the Enugu state in eastern Nigeria is one of the states with, more access to water for the residents. Like it's actually really like a really big thing. And I've seen some of them, indeed. And they said he's also kind of doing his best when it comes to road construction. I'm like, okay. I mean, if I see their horrible side, no matter how little, I think I can show you their other side too. Because now people go use this road, though, and not just Peter Mba, right? And yeah, we saw this in Enugu. I know some of you will just be like, my ego. I want you to fall and do. Now 50-yard road, they show us and said, no, I know. Okay. Okay, loan sunny down. All right. That is how far the camera covered. All right. And indeed, he's been kind of like really praised. I don't know about outside Enugu, other areas, but from what I have actually really gathered, when it comes to water, he has actually invested more. They've like laid pipes, right, to extend access to water. And to me, water is life. So yeah, it is something that is worthy of sharing. I wish I brought that water video. If all of you will be like, my don't worry, my you know. You bring us, okay, I'll leave that. Let's go to food. So some people who said that when the northern Nigeria, or let me say when the Miyetti threatened to stop the food from, that they will stop the food from being transported to the southern part of Nigeria because of the Fulani terrorism's ban on open grazing because of the Fulani terrorism, right? Then others said that if not for the tomato, if not for, all your tomatoes, all your peppers, they bring them from the north. The southern Nigeria cannot really grow pepper in large quantity. Right? The southern part of Nigeria can grow just anything. And if you let the farmers be on the farm, they will grow everything. Here is a farmer in the eastern part of Nigeria who just harvested this tomato farm in baskets. So I think one basket should be around 100,000, 80,000, isn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 baskets. Lanko bere for a 4. Hello, Chukwemeka Beckham. Government, Mama, Niranyeka. Anye bacha farmer. Maka Chuku. Anje put tomatoes. Gajere like Jos. Anje dan ere tomato like Jos. Berenda Hausa. Anye ka tomato. Ihe akabuka Genesis. Ka government push it anya ka. Oga ahiola the state. Lutu Amaja.
I won't know. I'm a Belanda man. Yes, this is just a beginning. And we still have a long way to go. If we can be sponsored by those who love good things, honestly, we have started and we are going to merit so many things on this.
Yes, you. Yes, you. One.
Like these guys, they have like over 20 baskets in of that size that they harvested. So the problem is going to be storage. And yeah, thank you very much, Jare. That is in Abia State. Somebody said it is Alayi or Alayi in Abia. So part of the problem facing the Nigerian farmers before the advent of these terrorists killing them and destroying their farms, the major problem of farmers in Nigeria is storage. Most of their farm produce are lost, are wasted, so to say, because they couldn't have a proper storage for them. So if the Nigerian criminal politicians were supposed to be human beings, not only that they will stop this terrorism that is flowing to the southern part of Nigeria, they will protect the farmers. People can actually farm and grow food in large quantities if they receive the right support. The right support. But unfortunately, right, people just have to do the little they can, right? And just leave the rest. Because this is the least you can get. Whenever the government says they want to invest in agriculture, right, it is just another money gulping scheme that you will only see the money and you will never see anything else. No result. But yeah, that's something very impressive. And I'm quite proud of them too. And I'm glad that they made the video to share with us as well. The video shows that the eastern part of Nigeria, like other southern part of Nigeria, we would have been so prosperous if Nigeria never happened to us. Put it that way. I mean, it was worse, right? But imagine a situation whereby you don't have to deal with these terrorists with their guns and the terrorists in their agbada breathing down our neck, threatening us and intimidating us, blackmailing us and gaslighting us because we are part of Nigeria. And then we just have to manage to survive within that contraption. Just imagine that for a sec. I'm going to say thank you so much, everyone, for your time with me this evening. I am going to see you some other time. See, I am trying to kind of go do some cookings. And because of that, I'm going to finish early tonight. So thanks so much for spending your evening with me, your afternoon and your evening. I'm going to see you again another time. But if you have to leave as you are living right now, please don't live without your own offering. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí káyìdì nọ́mbà wán.
bó bá ṣe eré àní máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún dáyàrí káyìdì nọ́mbà wán.
ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí káyìdì nọ́mbà wán.
máyégún dáyàrí pòlítíkò.
Máyégún dáyàrí káyìdì nọ́mbà wán.
godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ máyégún.
Máyégún dáyàrí káyìdì nọ́mbà wán.
ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún dáyàrí káyìdì nọ́mbà wán.
àní máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún dáyàrí káyìdì nọ́mbà wán.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
òkúra olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti